It's a very delicate thing, John. When you have Mark Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and you have Lloyd Austin, the Secretary of Defense, and out of the blue in 2021, they say there's a vast white supremacist clique in the aftermath of George Floyd that they're going to root out, and this is sort of a clinger, deplorable, irredeemable supposed subset. And you implement DEI, which is a non-meritocratic methodology of retention, promotion, advancement in the military. And then you tell the same demographic of white males from the rural and South, lower middle class, that we're going to get you, even if you've had COVID 2 or 3 times, you're going to be out of the military if you don't vaccinate. Well, 8,500 of them, of our best, left. And then we're short 45,000 soldiers. It's never happened before. And if you look at the demographics of the enlistment, they're not Hispanics who are enlisting at the same numbers. Blacks are, gays, women, etc. They're almost entirely, the shortfalls are off on the very demographic that died at twice the numbers in the general population in Iraq and Afghanistan, where 75% roughly of all the deaths were lower class, middle class, suburban class, white males, inordinately from red states. And they only represent, white males in general, about 33% of the population, yet they died. And yet that's the very demographic that the Army went after. And now all of a sudden, with the Afghanistan humiliation and Gaza, Ukraine, the Chinese balloon, the military is in full panic. So gone are the commercials of pregnant women in flight suits and George Floyd motifs for recruitment, and suddenly it's a bunch of guys that look like they're World War II vets jumping out of helicopters or storming the beaches, and the commercial says, "Be all you can be, defend your country," and this is a direct appeal to that lost constituency that they alienated. So, John, all of these differences that we have in culture and politics and economics and their view of America, red versus blue, are starting to manifest themselves in this election year. And they're not compatible. And some of them are existential when you start to deal with a military that, as I said, Ukraine, Afghanistan humiliation, the Gaza war, China threatening Taiwan. And then you look at the military and you see that it's not really equipped to replenish its massive airlifts to Israel and Ukraine. But more importantly, it's short of the very type of soldiers who volunteer to go fight in god-awful places like Kandahar or Fallujah or Mosul. And we're not getting those soldiers. And so the question arises, what's going to happen? And we're also borrowing every 100 days, we're borrowing $1 trillion under the Biden administration. So we're very worried here about a lot of things they're going to come to an apex during this election.